We're live. Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a fine evening. We're gonna do the last race here for GFL round six around Silverstone. This will be a 100% race. The last of these, we've had tier three yesterday, and we've had tier two on Saturday. And hopefully, this race is as good as the others because there was no absence of action in those. And accompanying me, Fentiminen, we have here in the com box our lovely man. I believe this is the first time he's come into the race, ASG. Hello, ASG. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Perfect. After COVID passed away, well, not passed away, that's a poor choice of words, but feeling much better than last week for the Tier 1 race.
Very good,
And
very good.
yeah, oh, so what are we expecting here? We've seen that there is no rain whatsoever in both quali and the race. A bit disappointing. We haven't had any rain so far in any of the tiers in Silverstone. Not very representative of your typical British weather. Disappointing, but it is what it is. So yeah, ASG. Any expectations today for the race?
Um, as there's no weather change, we will, from what I see from tier 2 and 3, they will probably start on a mix of tire compound from the drivers. Expecting Harry to do good, Lewis as well maybe. Uh, Red Halo was surprisingly quick as well, and there's Nico Fiani, Team Aldis as well, so it could be quite close here for Silverstone.
Yeah, there's always like this first group that always does well, and we see our first person doing a lap here. It's Eurigenos. We should accompany him. He's going to the first chicane here. This track, Silverstone, is a very good track for racing overall. Um, it is very wide as well, so it's very difficult for us to have safety cars here. Um, True. So there isn't the spanner in the works here that the safety car offers. Is now going into Brooklands and into left field. The rear wants to slide, but it does not slide. Goes a little bit wide there, I think. But he moves on now down the old pit lane into Cobb. No invalidation so far. Very good lap here. Now Beckett, now Chapel, open the DRS. It's a purple, obviously, as he is the first one on the half lap. Coming into Stowe, looking forward to setting the benchmark here for this race. The Originals have been very fast in previous races, so this is going to be a representative quality time here, perhaps. He is coming across the line here, and the benchmark is a 25.
7.
Yeah, 7 basically.
25.7 is quite a quick lap for the first lap, and Samu or Pat finishes half a second behind. Next one coming to behind would be Breaking Pat with a 25.3.
Now that's more like it. So Breaking Bad, he's previously done the first race, and he actually won that race, but hasn't done a race since. He'll be looking to continue in the same trend as the first race.
Sana over the line now, 26.8. Could be quicker, I believe.
Yeah, Lewis Cook also starting his hot lap. He just crossed the line. And we have an Alpha Tauri coming here. It's Marco Di Bueno, one of the leading figures of this championship, is going to come across the line. It's the 24th. Now that's more like it. Yeah, that's more around the time I'd expect to see for pole for tier 1 here.
A Ferrari coming to the line. First is not a very representative lap on Inter's probably trying to set up. And Yasin goes P2 with 1/10 behind Marco. Right now the Merc is coming over the both of them.
Sidek first. Sidek is going to set at 26.2, and the other Merc 26-2 as well. Wow. That's good. That's real good.
Between the two teams, it could be very close here today from in the Mercedes team.
We have Red Arrow on Inter, so that is not representative at all. Also of note here, Lewis Cook is on the outlap. He had the purple sector 1, and he's now coming into the final chicane. Left-hander, iffy on traction. Last corner, and it is a 25-2.
Not too bad, but I believe they can be quicker as well as track will be more grippy at the end. It could be a 24-5 prediction pole lap from me. What do you think, Fanta?
Yeah, 24-4, 24-5 maybe. Minions across the line, 25-5 as well. The other Ferraris coming into the pit, so...
The next one... I don't think anyone's on a lap now other than that Haas, maybe.
We have Nico.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nico's on the lap. He's going fast. Nah, he's going slow. He's not that fast. Yeah, he's not going to set a lap here. Probably lost it somewhere. The two Mercs are coming in. There is Aston Martin going fast. I believe that is Simon. Yeah, Simon is going fast. He's going to finish the lap here. Heavy braking zone. Left, right. Iffy on traction. Full throttle now and into the line. It is a 25-8.
Seems like Yasin and Marco are in their own tier right now, but Harry's yet to set a lap. Same with Team Aldous or Nico Fiani as well, so it still could be close here.
So one of the leading people, he is the leader of the championship right now. He is currently on his outlap, Harry Nuns. He's going out very late. I wonder if he's thinking of conserving a set of softs for the race.
Team Elders on the lap here with a purple sector 1 as well.
That's very good. Team Alders is also very fast naturally, so I expect him to be very up there in the first two rows of the grid. Now coming through Cops, lovely rotation. Does not shift down. That's interesting. So Maggot, Beckett, Chapel, the rear wants to step out. It does not step out. It's stable, and it's not the purple sector 2.
But it's still relatively quick, I believe, right now.
Yeah, it should be P4 or P5, I believe. Could even be a P2, P3. There is a 4 temps gap between Jason and Wiz Cook, or 3 temps rather.
And now round the final corner, Team Elder sets a 25, 1 P3 for now.
Oh, called it. Also, Mick is on the lap, I believe. Mick. Right now on the lap, he's coming across sector 1, is purple.
Purple, yeah.
Also very important, Harry Nuns is starting his lap.
With a bit of traffic in front, I believe.
Yeah, that is far from ideal. A lot of people starting their second laps. Or rather, starting their out lap before their second laps. So, let's keep an eye on these two, see what they do.
Mick right now in sector 2, hitting all the apex, of course. And it would be a purple sector 2 as well.
Oh, that is a very good time. He has a better time by the end of Sector 2 than Tim Alders. This could be P2 or even P1 maybe. Mick has won a race or two, I believe. He might be the winner of the previous race. I do not remember right now, but coming across the line here, it is a 25.
P3 as well.
Yeah, 25 flat. And next we're going to look at Harry Nuns. He's getting a little bit of a toe there. He has a 1.1 by the end of Sector 2. Lovely rotation. The rear kind of slides there. Not completely clear. But he's going to finish the lap. And is this P1? His time was better than Mick's.
It is a P1 by 1/10 again.
Here we go. Harry Nuns, never count him out. Otherwise he wouldn't be in the lead, right?
Right now it looks like Marco's on a outlap. Oh no, he is in fact on the fast lap, but he didn't improve on his sector 1, but he matched
Yeah.
it. And I believe he would
Mac
be
is
the
coming across
first
the
one.
line here. He's going to cross the line. Sorry to interrupt you. And it's going to be a 25.6.
P9.
And Nico Vianney also starting a lap. So right now, I think that Tim Alders, or who was it again? Marco, yeah. Marco is the next runner. He's not improving his lap.
He's
It's 2 times down. Yeah, 1.5. Good point. I wonder if he's gonna finish the lap or coming to the pits.
He's going
he
to
will.
the pits.
Yeah. Not worth it.
And then right now, Den is starting his lap. No, it is Red Halo that's starting his lap.
Yeah. And it is doing his first lap. He's currently in nearing the end of Sector 2. That was not a good Sector 2.
Last paper to P15 of 26.2.
Breaking Bad is improving a lot here. Might
210
take away, yeah.
And it's P5, 25.0.
Very good improvement, just a tenth away from mid. Have more people that has finished his lap with a 25.5. And I believe not Spaceport. Is it Spaceport?
No, it's
No.
Simon.
Yeah, Simon's starting his lap. Yeah.
Oh, someone went off. It's Alpha.
Sana.
Sana went off.
Pack is coming into the pits. So, who's the next runner? I believe it is Danique.
Will be.
But he's not improving. He's 4 tenths down almost on his time. Yeah, he's maybe backing out here.
Yeah, he's backed out, flashing rear.
Yeah, last paper is doing his best lawnmower impression.
So next one would be Red Halo to finish the lap right now, but
he's too slow.
Yeah,
too slow.
It might be a warm-up lap, so the next one would be Breaking
Bad is.
Yeah.
Nah, he's not setting a lap. He just said it. Yeah. Have Spaceport, but he's going a little bit slow.
So
what about Simon? Simon is on a hot lap. Yeah. So he's going to cross the Sector 2 line here. He's lost a lot of time. 4 tenths down, or 4 tenths up on his time.
Could be
no, down, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, must have been a heavy mistake here. Also, one thing that I just noticed, Psyduck and Last Paper have the exact same time.
Exactly. Psyduck set his time first, so he would be P15, but right now we're looking on Red Halo on his lap, and it's the Apex DIS Open Sector 1. Would it be a purple right now? Here's the question.
It is not.
But he's well up his time because his first lap is on Inters.
Yeah, he's going to basically set only a single lap here. There's not enough time to even recharge the battery after he finishes this lap, so...
Surprisingly, also not a lot of people going out. Maybe they're saving tire for their race, maybe?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Personally, I like doing a new run first, then a used run, and then a new one to finish it all. Oh, Minions has retired
already.
Did you?
He's just saving tires as well. Then people saving a lot of their tire. Everyone just went out for one run and that's it. I think.
Yeah. Red Halo is going to come across the line here, finishing his lap.
P8 right now.
P8, very good lap. 25.4.
Next one would be Psyduck, I believe. He's 2 tenths up on his time for.
Yeah, he's not improving.
Yeah,
he's backing out. He's going into the pits. Does he have time though?
He would have time if he goes out right away.
It's gonna be very tight.
Oh, people going out now would be 2 run then for people, I believe. Nico being the first one to start his lap right now.
There's a massive stream of people coming out of the pits.
It's
This is not going to be good for Nico at all.
especially for his first and only lap here as well.
Traffic paradise here.
Oh,
Oh, he went wide.
Didn't invalidate.
invalid. Yeah.
Got a bit pull from the Alfa Romeo. A lot of cars on the left.
Everyone letting through.
Started retiring from the session, saving tyre. I see as well then.
Let's see, oh, Marco started a lap as well. Let's see what one of the championship contenders here can do.
Oh, the Williams moving out the way. Marco hit the curb there, but I don't think that would lose him a lot of time. A bit sliding there.
It's not purple though. He's basically flat on his time, just 4,000 down on his time. So far from ideal. You can get a lot of...
Oh, yes, Alpine blocking his way, moving out, thank you. And second last corner, final corner now, a bit Whitley, exit mid corner, 25.7 P13 only for Nico.
Marco is gaining.
Purple sector 2 as well.
Yeah, 10.5 gain. He's gonna be looking at snatching pole away from Harry Nuns. Next we're going to look at his time. There is a lot of traffic right now in sector 1. The checker flag is going to be flying right now. Let's see.
And it's poor time for now for Marco with 1/10 ahead. But Harry will look to push hard as he can to take that back.
Not a very good left field there from Harry. It was kind of sluggish turning there. He's going to come to Cops. Nice rotation. He has a few runners ahead of him, but there shouldn't be any overlap whatsoever.
So now we're on Red Halo.
Oh, a little bit of a wiggle. Invalidated.
Oh.
Harry has invalidated. He's not improving.
Yasin
goes in. Yeah, it's probably invalidated. Mick is going to finish on his lap, maybe.
So we'll be
gonna need gonna need a massive improvement here to take away pole.
6 with P17. Mick beats Yasin.
Yeah, it's his teammate Luis Cook goes P5. Someone else, I think Tim Alders went P4 as well here.
Yorino went P8 beating Red Halo, Aston. Teammate to P12 Ferrari did not improve versus being P20 today.
Dennis goes P6, very strong showing here. And Bob goes P10 as well. I believe that is all, or is Nico going to finish his lap? He's not, he's going into the pits. I believe that's all. Whew, what a flurry of people going in there at the end. But Marco takes pole by slightly over a 10th.
It looks really close from P3 onwards, I believe. There was like 4 drivers within 1/10, I believe.
Wow. Well, that was some good quality action there. And we see P3 to P7 is all within the 10th, or even P8 rather. Or no, never mind. I don't know how to do maths. It's P3 to P6, all within the 10th. It's very close between some people here.
Right now we're just waiting for Marco before starting the race, and from our very trustful source, I believe the weather is fully dry.
Let's see.
So for the position for quali, Marco takes P1 with a 24.5, followed by Harry Nunes, 24.6 behind Mick and Team Alders, very close to each other, including Yasin and Dennis as well, within 1/10 all 4 of them. followed by Lewis, Breaking Bad, Urinos, Simon, Red Halo, Minions, Team Meat, Pack, Nico Fiani with a surprising lap, as we will probably expect a stronger comeback from him. And then Spaceport, Sana, Psyduck, Last Paper, and ending up the grid with Thursey's last. There's quite a few drivers close to each other, but 1.7 second between P1 to P20.
Yeah, it's a fairly large gap between P1 and P20 here, but we'll see. This is only quali. Quali is half the story. The race is what matters in the end, and the pace and the fights you take and the strategy you take as well as the luck of the draw with safety cars. We'll see. We didn't see any safety cars in Tier 2. We didn't see any safety cars in Tier 3. We did see a virtual, however, right at the start of the race with a DNF by turn 3, I believe, which is all about bad luck, but those things happen. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All it takes is a safety car, and your race is out of whack.
Doesn't
First,
seem.
he's saying in the chat he was doing quali with 7 laps of fuel. Not ideal.
That's not good. The weather doesn't seem the best right now, but still, I don't think it would rain.
Yeah, it's more like standard British weather, but still no rain. I would be worried though. Like if there is a safety car, then maybe we might see some rain near the end of the race.
Yeah.
Because the weather gets moves on, right? We'll see. It's still a very long race, hour and a half, give or take. So we'll see. We're still waiting.
This is
people.
a very long way. Oh, here we are.
Here we go.
2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5, and a long wait, but it's lights out and away we go. With Marco a bit of a slow start, but Harry stays behind. Marco leading the pack into sector. Everyone getting through cleanly, I think.
Some moves happening. Tim Alder's right behind Harry Nuns already. There's a spin. Contact. I think someone. Yeah, there was just contact. No. There was Breaking Bad. He lost a lot of positions. He's
Harry already going side by side down to the corner. Late break, but Marco takes the position back. They're going side by side right now. There's a bit of contact. Both of them going wide. Team Aldous takes the position out of both of them.
Lowry stay winning here.
Marco. There's contact between the Marco with no wing right now. That will be a clip for the stew, I believe.
What was that?
Not the cleanest we would like to see, but
yeah, Harry. It didn't seem like oversteer. It felt like he didn't know Marco was there and put him in the wall.
Tried to wait for a move, maybe.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we have Dennis on Mick happening. Marco is just losing position. Zana has overtaken him and Psyduck. He's going to go into the pits and pray for a safety car. He has the hards on. Oh, Last Paper spinning into Stowe. Oh, a little bit of contact there. Also, Red Halo losing a lot of positions as well as Psyduck, I think. Or Tamik, rather. Into the final corners.
Probably a few contacts.
And Spaceport as well. Oh no, this is not good. Be calm, guys. This is lap 1 of 52. We have a lot of things to happen still here. Well, that was a lot of action. Yep. Red Halo has a massive gap. Marco Di Bueno naturally replacing his front wing in the pits and putting on medians and praying for the best for a safety car to rescue his race right now. Meanwhile, Pack and Furzy
right now, but
on Nico Vianney rather, and he's through to P10. Meanwhile, we have Zana having a look down the inside of Nico Vianney, and he goes through as well. Nico Vianney's on the hard, so it's natural that the medians of Pack and Zana would allow them to make this move. Meanwhile, Harry Nuns is very close to Tim Alders.
Kuku
high
get
up
a
the
good run
field.
here right now. Oh, a wiggle on
Like-
the exit, but he is looking for a move right now. Maybe in the inside, but he stays behind for now. He's gonna wait for the DRS before making a move the next time around. And braking, but fighting with Urino just then, but nothing really changing it seems. And the pack seems to calm down a bit right now.
Flurry of fastest laps here. Fastest lap right now goes to Dennis. We'll see if anyone else takes that away from him. Right now, nothing is happening, so that's fine. Now the DRS has been enabled, so we are going to see some moves. They're coming to the DRS straight, and here we go. Is Harry going to make a move on Tim Alders? Yes, he is, and through he goes. Maybe, is he gonna make a move before the braking? He is.
Yes, he is.
And takes
With
P1 from Tim Alders.
Dennis really trying to look for a gap to go through, as well as he is on softs right now, so he would like to be in front to get himself a bigger gap, but it doesn't seem there's really enough pace in those softs to get past Team Alders and Harry.
Tim Alders is very good, as is Harry Nance. They have mediums on, but it's going to be difficult. And now they're coming to the second DRS straight. DRS wide open. Let's see if Dennis is trying to make a move. Are they going 3 wide here? They are not. Dennis cannot even get close.
Oh, Nicky is going for a move through with the DRS open, just blast past Simon.
Yeah,
and
he's gonna be looking to working together here with Simon. They have 2 seconds down to lose Cook. They really want to work together and get into the DRS and form a bigger train here.
And from Spotify, commentators move. So I guess we'll be back after a minute then.
Oh, we didn't notice. Yeah, be right back. I believe the time has passed after 30 seconds here. We've seen some moves here to me getting the first track limits penalty.
Some team orders maybe from San and Pat as well, as they swap position, I believe.
Yeah. The action has calmed down massively already. We have a few groups forming here. We have the front runner group with Tim Alders, Harry, Dennis, Yasin, Mick, and Lewis Cook here. Then Minions and Simon, and then the midfield of from 30s in P9 all the way down to Psyduck in P15. Because we might as well, so let's look at the tires right now. So we have a lot of mixed strategies. We see a lot of people on the hards. This is surprising because
the hard was really terrible from what I heard from the driver and from myself as well, as Marco takes fastest lap, as I believe he would like to catch up to someone to get the DRS, but he's 23 seconds behind, so he can't really do that much at the moment.
Yeah, not the very not looking good for his race right now. He's gonna be hoping for a safety car, but it's very improbable. Meanwhile, we see Harry making the move on Tim Alders standard in the second DRS straight, coming into the final corners of the track.
Sana getting furthest at the end of the DRS as well.
we see two people on the softs really. Wonder if they were expecting an early safety car, or if they are legit thinking of going soft medium medium, or maybe even soft medium, which is a little bit more difficult to make work, but it's definitely possible in my opinion, as long as you don't get into too many fights. Try to just do your own race, let people pass if they want once the softs um, slow down. But yeah, it's very curious to me that we have so many people on the hards. They're very difficult to keep in temp, especially by the end of Sector 3. The medians are definitely the best tire by far, because the softs will start losing out by lap 8, and the mediums will become better overall by lap 12. Meanwhile, we have Ryan Bridgman redeeming native language. Uh, I think that is for me, right? We're going to speak Portuguese, although there isn't much action happening. But yeah, sure. Mind if I take
Portuguese.
that one?
Time to
Yeah.
shine. Go on.
Porque não? Aqui nós temos Team Alders, mesmo atrás de Harry Nance não vai fazer a ultrapassagem neste momento. Não temos muito a acontecer neste momento. Temos o Lewis Cook também, estava a aproximar-se do MEC, mas nada a acontecer aí. Está tudo basicamente a pensar no longo termo da corrida. Mesmo Furzies. Zana está a perder muitas posições. O que é que se passou aí? Perdeu o carro, talvez, ali na home straight? Perdeu umas 4 posições facilmente. Não foi claro o que é que aconteceu ali. Mas ao menos não me parece ter danos. É sempre positivo. Mas yeah. I think that's enough, right? I think you can still catch a few words there, like here and there, because they're similar to the Portuguese, to the English words. But
Yeah, but probably mainly from the name, as First is struggling with the softs already, losing a position to Nico right now. And with Breaking Bad
now
as well, going for a move. The softs
oh,
are
he's fighting it.
Gets a penalty for it. So is it really worth it for?
Not at all. Also, it felt like Breaking Bad slid a little bit into cops. Might have been me though. Further up the field, Tim isn't even making a move. He's just biding his time in Harry's DRS, just chilling. They're not even using any energy whatsoever.
It seems like they're just playing a DRS train right now.
Originals on Furzies with a switchback into the final corner. They're side by side, but Furzies pulls away, perhaps with lower wings or using his battery a little bit.
Urinos will look for a move right now. He's literally pushing Furzies down that corner.
He's not gonna make a move here. He has the DRS now upcoming, and he has more battery if he wants.
Is he gonna make a move? I don't think he is. He's probably staying behind.
Yeah, he's staying behind at the moment. Meanwhile, Spaceport
with a 3-second penalty.
Careful with those penalties, lads. You can lose a lot of positions and points. Ooh, a little bit of a moment there for Euriginos. Almost lost the car on traction after left field, but he's now got the run up on first. He's on the inside into Cops, and the move sticks. Is he gonna have the RS though? Here coming into Maggots now. Beckett and Chapel. He's not gonna have the DRS. There's a bit of time there, and Furzies will perhaps be looking to making the move here, or easy.
Maybe, but he stays in front for now. He will look to get that DRS from the house in front from Birkin back for, I believe, because obviously he won't love to use that battery all the time to just defend on the straight. But Furzies doesn't really look like he got the tire to fight for it anymore.
Yeah. I think we'll see now. So this is around the time where the soft runners are going to start thinking, do I do a one stop, do I do a two stop? Around lap 10 to lap 12 is more or less the pit window for the soft runners doing 2 stops. So we'll see what they choose here in a couple of laps time. Meanwhile, further down the field in P20, Marco Di Buenis closed down the gap a little bit to last paper, but only a few seconds.
Not really what he will look for at the start of this race, is it?
Yeah. Meanwhile, Spotify has redeemed Watch the Leader, so
Yep.
he wants us to watch Harry Nuns at the moment.
We've been
And
looking at it for the past lap, I believe.
oh, we have. Oh, okay.
Team
Yeah,
Alder's
not a whole lot
looking
of
for a
happening
move
here.
up. And Team Alder last past Harry Nunes with the DRS. Harry not really fighting for it though. And
Yep.
Team Alder is the leader again of this car.
They're starting to pull away from Dennis here. They're almost breaking the DRS to Dennis here. Just hit over a second.
Dennis
Is
probably
Dennis not?
struggling with his soft as well.
Yeah, those softs are going to be wearing off. He's not going to have DRS. The leaders, Tim Alders and Harry Nuns, have just gone into the distance. And Yasin and Mick and Lewis Cook are going to be held up a little bit here by Dennis.
Side up with a
Meanwhile,
3-second
Side-up.
penalty.
Yeah, far from
And
ideal.
Breaking Bad with a move down the inside, and Yorino's trying to make the most out of there as well. And he goes past Pat, losing 2 position within the 2 corners. But he's looking to fight back right now, and he backs out of the move. Not really making it, but he could look for a switch back here. And nah, you don't really have that grip to get the switch back on Yorino. Seems like the Hearts are really the best tyre at the moment, really.
Yeah, the hards are going to start getting better toward against the mediums right now. Even though they're difficult to keep in temp, they have a little bit of lap time. It's just disappointing. It's going to be very difficult to make moves with the hards. Also, one thing I've been looking at as Simon makes a move on minions, and I was going to speak about Simon right now. Simon has underfueled the car massively. That is not good at all.
From experience,
If
there's no safety car, you can't really save that much fuel.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't mean to trigger bad memories for you. ASG had problems with fuel in tier 2, but that is not good for his race at all. He's gonna be praying for a safety car eventually. Perhaps around the middle of the race where those mediums have done their
There's
job.
a
Meanwhile,
lot of space, but spinning
Yeah.
on his own, I believe.
does he have damage though? Yeah, he spun on traction in the final corner. Does he
think
have damage?
really have that much damage, or it could be maybe like a lime green color damage.
Yeah, it's not.
Yes.
It's very minimal if he does.
Matthew
Unless
going
it's-
side by side right here though. Oh, got pushes off by Sana, but he's still looking for the move to get it done here. But
Yeah.
Sana
Yep.
flashing right now.
Those softs are gonna be disgusting by this time. They're gonna have 0 place whatsoever. Dennis, for example, is in P4, but the best he can hope for is just staying in the DRS of Yasin, which he is doing very well here. Yasin, sorry, not Zana, Yasin, went very wide there. He lost a lot of time. Perhaps had a little moment here, as Dennis has a little bit of a snap of oversteer coming into the final corner as well. Some people are struggling a lot with their tires by this point.
Yasin really trying to push his way back into the DRS of the leaders, but the leaders seems a bit quick for him.
Yeah,
he's running out of
they're-
battery as well.
Yeah, meanwhile the leaders do have a lot more battery. They can also play with one another's ERS. They have DRS, so they can just swap positions, use the extended braking zone. The use of DRS provides you with to recharge a little bit more, a few percent more, which does add up by the end of the race. So we have to take these very little details, which add up for which add up to very large factors here in the future. But yeah, meanwhile, Marco has closed down the gap to Last Paper. I'm gonna use Last Paper here as a measuring stick. It was 14 seconds a few laps ago. Right now it is 9 seconds. Um, Little by little, that gap is being closed. Meanwhile, Minions in P8 does not make a move on Simon as of yet.
But Red Halo does on side though as well.
Also, I'm gonna look here for other people's fuel
Oh,
situation.
Red Halo with a moment there with the rear. Could be mediums could be starting to struggle as well
Yeah.
as the soft. But it seems like everyone's trying to push the most out of those tires to make it a one stop maybe. I think.
Yeah, one important thing I mentioned Simon's fuel situation a while back. Now I'm gonna mention Timix. He is positive, but it's not too positive. He has plus 0.6, which should not be enough. If my guesstimations are correct. So he's gonna have to do some lift and coast here. I believe Last Paper is in a similar situation as is Spaceport. Marco Di Bueno does not have that problem. But yeah, now the leaders, they're just gonna pull away more and more. Yasin, Lewis Cook, and Mick, they're starting to catch up to Dennis. Dennis's tires are completely shot here at the current moment. As Timik gets a 3-second penalty.
The
So
field
yeah,
is
I do.
really spread out, isn't it?
Yeah, that is to be expected because of the different strategies that we're seeing here. But we should see the field converge a little bit by the end. So I expect people like Yasin, Dennis, perhaps coming closer to Harry and Tim. I do wonder if Yasin, he can't overtake Dennis right now, but if this continues, easy perhaps gonna try and do an undercut relative to Tim Alders and Hernan, so he is in their little group, in their little vanguard here after the first round of pits. I do wonder here. But right now we don't see any soft runners going for the pits.
But
Yeah.
just then, Dennis was struggling with the grip again there. So the softs are really struggling right now.
Yeah.
And Sido is fighting, and there's contact. Sido spins around.
Oh, that is not good.
He would not like that. Probably Sido could have left a bit more space just then, but Sido now down to P17. Hope that he don't have damage really, because it would be a bit awkward for him to pit now on those mediums maybe. Or he could be changing to a 2-stop as Minions makes a move. And Sido getting another 3 second. He's struggling on those tires as well.
Yeah, the medians are starting to drop off at this current moment. Now the hards are the fastest tire in comparison to everything else. So I do wonder, are we going to see? I don't think anyone has done a medium hard, but I do wonder with those medians starting to struggle if they are going to start thinking of that. I don't think so. I think it's not a good strategy at all, but we'll see. As Marco is coming very close to Spaceport in P19, still far from ideal from where he wants to be.
But it still would be 14 seconds really until he catch back up to the main group of people. Would be like Sido or Sana. It would be quite far for him still to catch up. And if the leaders...
His best hope here is perhaps safety car, just extend the stint, go like 30 laps on the mediums, because the mediums can last 30 laps. We saw Justin in Tier 2, doing 39 laps here as Tim Alders and Harry Nunn switch positions once again. But we did see someone go for nearly 40 laps on the medium, so it
Yasin
could be
Dennis fighting here. Lewis making. Oh, Dennis goes into the pit right now.
and that is the 2-stop, ladies and gentlemen. Dennis reveals his strategy and is likely going for a 2-stop unless he puts on some hearts, which I very much doubt. He's gonna be looking at coming out between the 2 Mercs and last paper, I believe.
Minions with another 3-second time penalty, or his first, I think.
Oh, let me check the...
Yeah, his first one.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, first one for Minions and Simon and Furzies. Spaceport as well with the 3-second. Meanwhile, the 2 Mercs have no idea what track limits are and are on 6 seconds of penalties.
Is it really the smartest idea to box now and have no DRS for Dennis for? He's really quite far behind compared to the Mercs, 6 seconds. But will he really be able to gain that much to be in front of Harry or Team Elders without DRS, or will he?
He's gonna gain with the undercut at the very least, so unless Harry Nuns and Team Alders are going to go on a 30 lap medium stint, which is doable. Dennis is just gonna chill in clean air. Meanwhile, Nico Vianney also with a 3-second time penalty. Although Dennis, yeah, he doesn't have the benefits of DRS, he's gonna have very fast tires in comparison, so it is a blessing as well that he's not. Meanwhile, last paper with another, I believe, no, his first 3-second time penalty. He's gonna have clean air, he's gonna chill a bit, catch up to the Mercs, and then just swoop past them and then hit another gap of clean air. Oh, first he's lost a lot of time there. Oh, he's going into the pits. He's speeding from those softs as well, likely onto the mediums.
And
So interesting strategy differences here.
First is going for the hards instead of the mediums.
Is he going to the end with those hards? It's doable, but
yeah, but I believe if he going for a soft at the end, could be quicker, I think.
that is one interesting strategy call. I wonder what Marco has passed last paper here. He's finally caught up to someone. He's no longer alone in his is it harsh to call it misery? At the very least it's not. P17 is not where he wants to be right now. Harry Nunn and Tim Alders once again switching positions. Lewis Cook has taken the head of that second group right now with 4 positions gained. As Simon and the Minions switch positions once again. They're very far from that first group, from the leaders and the challengers, let's call it like that. They're 7 seconds away, but P6 and P7 is a pretty decent result anyway.
Saido and Timmy fighting hard here as Sanab goes into the pit right now. And Saido takes that position, but Timmy with a switchback here maybe, but he doesn't have enough speed to make it through. Sanab pitting with the mediums, getting those mediums off. To another set of medium as well.
Oh, he's gonna go on medium, soft maybe? This is not a bad time to pit on the 2-stop.
It could be triggering the midfield to maybe go for a 2-stop as well as Spaceport spawn as well, and again on the last corner, I believe.
He does not have damage,
Yeah.
I believe. Maybe the element might be missing, but at the very least he still has his endpoints on.
It seems.
Meanwhile, Tim Alders and Harry Nunn.
It seems like they're just checked out, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're just going away at this current point. They're just in a league of their own, playing the DRS off of one another. in beginning their gap to Lewis Cook.
Dennis trying to make positions here, but Timmy really defending this one, I think. And Dennis got hold up a bit, but he gets through right now. And back on the charge he goes to hopefully be in front of Harry and Tim when they box as well. But Dennis wouldn't go for another stop near the end of the race because I don't think the mediums will make it to the end really, or else he would really struggle on the grip.
Yeah, no, it's impossible to go till the end on the medians. There's no way those medians are lasting 30. I mean, they can last 32 laps, but 33 laps rather, but they're gonna feel disgusting by the end.
And now Spacebot in the pit, another medium runner.
No retirement so far, even in the pits.
As Harry, of course, just playing the DRS game with Team Aldous right now, trying to pull as far as they can.
Spaceport is replacing his front wing and he's gone onto the hards. A little bit late on the reaction there, starting to go out. He's gonna get lapped, I think.
Yeah,
he's
now.
gotten lapped by Harry and Tim.
And I think the Alpine with Lewis as well could be lapping him.
Yeah, he's ghosted right now.
Not the best.
Far from an ideal. Far from an ideal race. Meanwhile, though Marco also had that moment with Harry, lost a lot of time, had to pit early from the hards to replace his front wing. Spaceport spent a lot of times in that final corner by his lonesome, so not having the best of times here around Silverstone. We did see a lot of people complain about the grip in Silverstone. Which is, I mean, to be fair, honestly, I don't feel like I have much of that issue. It could be down to setup. You could have a slower setup, but that's more stable, easier to control. Still bring home some decent points here. And once again, Harry Nuns and Tim Alders making the switch. Their gap has increased massively. They're now 5 seconds ahead of the rest of the pack here, running mediums right now. So let's see the tire situation here. So yeah, everyone that is still out is either, everyone is on mediums or hards. Of the second group here, we only see Mick on the hards. I do wonder if he's planning on doing a one stop from hards to mediums. Could be an interesting strategy. We'll see how that goes.
I think everyone's just saving their tires now. No one really going for a move, but just being pulled along by each group's leader right now, really.
That's what you want to do. You don't want to fight and lose a lot of time. Meanwhile, Simon on minions.
Dennis left the session. Not good for his runs. He tried to catch up to the leader. But you would need someone to invite him, but I don't have him added. As there's a yellow flag, I think.
I don't have him added, but I'll send in a friend request if maybe.
A yellow flag for Pat. I think he spun because of distraction. And Aston went off wide. Oh, it's Spacebot, so not really a main issue, but letting the cars on lead lap through and nothing much really happening again, but few group leaders swapping positions as Spacebot goes in the pit again, but cuts the grass. What is he doing? 5 second penalty.
He's probably retiring. He's retiring. He's been lapped, so his race is basically over. Once you're lapped,
but that would be a penalty for him then, I believe. It's not
No,
halfway.
no, no. No, because the rules been changed for the for this. Oh, he's also switching his front wing,
Yeah.
still in the pits. But the rule for these 100% races has been slightly altered. You just need to do a 25% to not get a penalty after the race. And even then, if you've been lapped, then you can retire because it's very improbable that you're unlapping yourself, and even if there's a safety car, the game does not let you unlap yourself. So it's for the good of everyone to not have lap cars in the middle of front runners during a safety car, for example. Yeah.
Oh, Dennis left the session again.
Yeah. His internet is doing an Hambert right now. Hambert also had a lot of issues with his internet yesterday. Both McLaren drivers, maybe the game just has something against McLaren drivers.
Yeah. Lucky that I didn't have that.
Yeah. You have other set of issues.
Yeah. What's in the
also the spin at left field.
Yep.
Still makes me want to cry, but realistically, I wasn't gonna get any better than P6 anyway.
Oh, Sider in the pit with Red Halo in the pit as well, both medium runners.
Oh, they're gonna go onto the either they're gonna go
Red Halo
onto
going
the
for
hard.
the softs.
Oh, then he's on a two-stop. His final stint's likely gonna
Sider
be either
would do the
soft.
same as, yes, he does. Go on softs as well.
Interesting. A little bit of a switch up. I think most of the strategies that we saw in the other races were medium soft, but not medium soft or medium soft medium. Let's see how this goes for them. That is one interesting strategy call. Meanwhile, Breaking Bad has caught up with Simon and Minions. What a comeback here! It was P20. Not by the end of lap 1, but by the end of sector 1 of lap 1. So he's come back into the fight for the midfield points here, or for the middle of the points. Last paper letting Psyduck through.
The two has fighting contact. Oh, Nico Fiani stays behind for now. But Breaking Bad without the EIS. Oh, a moment from Nico Fiani. If I'm
Breaking Bad really close.
I wouldn't let
gonna have
Fiani through because he's really holding his teammate up here without EIS as well. And I don't think he got DRS, but
he gained a lot just in the braking of turn 3 rather there. Is he gonna have it?
he does.
Yeah, he does. Very close. Also, Eurigenos right behind him. Did he likely got a tow from these two back onto very good points position. Minions and the other minions.
This lap right now is from Marco, which is a 29.4. Well,
interesting.
It could be soon be taken away by maybe drivers
Red
like
Halo
or Psyduck, as they're both on the soft compound here.
Yeah, and also the much lower fuel they are running right now. They should be having relatively 30 laps of fuel right now. That's gonna make a massive difference because all that extra weight makes some of these high-speed corners awful to take, especially things like Cops, Maggots, Beckets, and Chapel. Even so, not easy to take at all. Oh, but yeah, this racing is a lot calmer than the other two races. The other two races we had people squabbling for track position. Even during this mid-race lull that we feel, meanwhile, exactly as you predicted, Red Halo takes fastest lap with a 28.4. Oh, Frenzy has retired in the pits.
But I don't think he was lapped.
Uh, he was not at all. That is a not decision, I'd say,
Yeah.
to retire in the pits so early. You never know, like what happened in Tier 2, people ran out of fuel and a couple of runners who threw in the top. Oh, game put him on soft, he says in the chat. Apparently that was not his strategy, but it is what it is. As I
Versus
was
cars
saying,
on the track now, but both
as
leaders
I-
got past without a problem, and Yasin coming through maybe the cars in the way.
yeah. We saw Schroba getting
But
an unfortunate
off now.
penalty because of the yellow flags. Oh, meanwhile, Mick was sliding a little bit there. But we saw Schroba getting a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags because he overtook, I believe, I don't like the Fuso, who was lapped and let him pass, but he still got the 5-second penalty
Yep.
because of someone else's retired car. That was quite honestly one of the unluckiest things I've seen in this league. And later on, he pitted, so he fulfilled his 5-second penalty in the pits. So I believe it cannot be removed now. Meanwhile, Zana getting a 5-second penalty as a 3-second penalty rather, as Psyduck overtakes Pac, who is on the slower hards, although these are brand new hards. Meanwhile, Breaking Bad also with a 3-second time penalty. Not surprising that people are having trouble keeping it within the track.
I think Pat pitting off those mediums to brand new hard is a one-stop decision, which could mean that we could start to see drivers like Harry, Team Aldous, Yasin, or everyone else who's on those mediums right now could be pitting now and going for that hard compound and finishing the race off it.
Yeah, also one thing that's interesting, because the gap between Team Alters and Harry Nuns is so big right now. It's not even worth it doing the undercut for this second group.
Yeah.
Attempting to pit like 2 laps, 3 laps early. I believe the undercut at this point is worth 3 seconds. So they need to pit 2 laps earlier and the grip by the end. Basically, you're just guaranteeing the P3, provided there are no safety cars, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Is it worth it? Maybe. But it can easily not be worth it, so. The hard runners are just chilling though.
Right now, making positions only is mainly Sido and Red Halo with those new soft tires, and Pat would hopefully want to catch back to Sido with those brand new hard, and hopefully Sido would just pull him along.
Yeah. I think right now, from the second group, the one with oh, meanwhile, Breaking Bad and Urgens dive into the pits.
Both on hard tires for.
Interesting. They're likely gonna go on the medians till the end of the race. They're on a one stop, so
Maybe they
let's
think
see
the
what they
middle
do.
group just slowing them to a bit, so they're trying to undercut away from other people as Breaking Back goes for mediums and Urinos medium as well.
Yeah, I do wonder if that was a reactionary dive by Urgens, given they are so close by, and now they can work together through the DRS. They don't even need anyone else. And meanwhile, Marco also going into the pits. I do wonder what he will be taking. He's gonna take the soft. 24 laps on the soft.
I think he'll go
That's
for another soft tire at the end.
that's pushing it. He's still praying for a safety car, but
Yeah,
the
but
soft.
having the group being so separate, I don't think there would really be a safety car or even a VSA.
Yeah, I very
Especially
much
how,
doubt it as well.
yeah, and how the fact that drivers are just letting each other pull along.
Mm-hmm. Also the game, how the game works. It's not like real life, you know, because in real life you have someone binning it into the barriers, and it's a safety car near immediately, or even a red flag. Meanwhile, Simon diving into the pits as well to put on the medium tires, I assume. Um, but yeah. Oh, meanwhile, yeah, Ryan Bridgman redeeming show tires. I see that you're showing the tires right now.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, what I was saying, in real life, you pin it into the barriers, and it's a safety car at the very least. Um, but in the game, if you don't have debris on the track, if you pin it into the barriers, it's not going to be a safety car at all. The only
Timmy boxing
possibility for
for
a safety car, yeah, sorry, yeah, Tamik going for mediums here as well as Simon, as had been assumed. But yeah, very unlikely that we'll see a safety car as Verzies leaves the session after DNFing. But yeah, that gap from the lead runners is just getting bigger and bigger. Meanwhile, last paper and last of the runners is getting another 3-second time penalty. Uh, so yeah, these medium runners are going to be looking at pitting away right now as Marco sets the fastest first sector of all. Luckily, I was as he goes on the inside of the Meek and makes the move stick. Very easy move. He's on the new sauce, and these sauce are warmed up as well. Meanwhile, the Meek is fresh out of the pits, and those medians are going to take a couple of laps to warm up, and that shows here he's just gone wide and received a 3-second time penalty for his troubles. Uh, Not ideal, but his situation is not ideal at the moment. Meanwhile, Marco setting the fastest second sector of all laps so far in the race, so he's going to be setting the fastest lap of all in a few seconds time here.
The mediums runner still not boxing with 22 laps to go. Could it possibly be a medium soft here? Got me thinking.
Yeah. Oh, that's one hell of an improvement on the fastest lap. Nearly a whole second with a 27.5. Yeah, the medium run, so the one stop from mediums to sauce is very, very possible here.
Both leaders goes in the pit now, and we'll get the answer to say if it's hards or softs. I think both of them would be going for soft at this point, as Red Bull going for a double start. Interesting.
It's far from it. It's far from it. There's
And it is the
way
soft
too
tires
massive a gap. Yeah.
with Mick on his own in the lead right now.
Always got a little bit held up, but not a massive influence here. Is still going to catch that middle group. Is just going to be last of this group. Minions also bidding, yeah, for soft. We see a lot of people
overtaking both leaders, so the undercut did work out, but his tire will be a bit struggling now, I think.
Yeah, his shots are hitting the cliff, so hopefully he can stay within the DRS, but it's very difficult after the first DRS straight. There's a lot of turns between there and the second DRS straight, and he might be dropping out of DRS range. Meanwhile, Breaking Bad with 3 lap hole tires, he's not out of this. He's very close to this middle group, but this middle group as well has broken up a little bit, it seems, because Red Halo with Yasin. Oh, Dennis getting a 3-second time penalty. Sorry.
The group really being breaking out a bit with drivers like Nico Viani in the front now, but boxing, and Red Halo in the middle of the group, and Lewis being held up by Breaking Bad just then, so losing 2 seconds to Yasin, or even could be losing out of position to Mick as well, I think.
I do wonder those mediums. So the how do I say this? The crossover between the softs and the mediums on you know, total time, total lap time, is around 12 laps. After 12 laps, the mediums will have been better than the soft across a stint that is the same duration. If that makes any sense.
And
So
with
is
Mick, oh, go on, sorry.
yeah. I wonder, is Breaking Bad going, fighting his way back to this second pack after that first lap incident? That would be a very good comeback, all things considered. It is unlikely that he's fighting for the win here, but it's interesting. I also do not discount some of these hard runners, namely Mick, which you were mentioning just now.
And Mick bossing 1 lap after drivers like Lewis, Yasin, or the 2 leaders, causing him
Last paper
2
DNF.
seconds now, but is in the pit, I think.
It's not. It's not. It's on track. But okay.
It
But
got
it was
cleared
fine.
now, so
Yeah, that was fine. But I think it was on track, given the minimap.
was it a crash maybe? Of spinning into
Yeah.
the wall.
Okay. He's in chat and
Seems that
yeah.
mistake.
Yeah,
then, I
probably
guess.
crashed there. Yeah. Yeah, he spun on the last turn. He says, yeah, that's the same place where Spaceport had a lot of spins as well so far in this race.
That's just unlucky, I'll say.
Yeah. Also, Harry Nunt and Tim, they have made this one-stop work by being in the DRS of one another, because Dennis will be looking to pit soon, and he hasn't caught up by any chance. He still has to pit again because he's used medium, so he's gonna go onto the softs in a couple laps time, I believe. But yeah, it's gonna be far, and then he's gonna do his best Kamui Kobayashi impression and overtake a lot of people to get some a decent result here.
And now, as we saw before, Red Halo with all the soft and Yasin going for a move now, but with DRS, Red Halo really not fighting for the position for now, and maybe hoping to keep up with Yasin to just get pulled along, as Harry sets the new fastest lap.
Yeah, half a second improvement there.
Dennis in the
Well,
pit.
more. Yeah, there is Dennis in the pits. Although there are 18 laps remaining, is he gonna go onto the sauce for 18 laps?
It's
That
called a
seems
medium.
like a spread. Again?
Yeah. Surprisingly.
Right, he started on the. No, he started on the sauce. You're right. He started on the sauce, so. Yeah,
Well,
that makes sense.
he pitted for mediums once already, so right now he's going
Yeah.
for soft, medium, soft. Medium, I mean.
Yeah. Definitely possible. You usually want the harder tires to be at the start of the race when the wave is when the fuel wave is larger. We saw Red Halo is dropping away from the DRS of Yasin, which is far from ideal as he takes cops. He was also a little bit wide. I wonder if he got a track limit warning there through not Brooklyn's lot, not left field, but whatever the following turn is, and now he has Lewis Cook in his mirror with the DRS, and it's a slam dunk pass, no fight, no fighting to be made here, as further back Breaking Bad is getting closer to Mick, but not enough for an overtake.
Minion going side by side with Simon right now, and Minion stays ahead right now, by it seems, but would Simon try to fight back on the next DRS for?
I don't think so. He has nothing to gain here.
But he does
aside
have the
from
battery to do so.
yeah, that is correct. But at this point, I don't know. Do you let minions have the clean air and possibly pull away from you, or do you let him lead because his soft tires are gonna be faster in the through the turns? I wonder. Meanwhile, Psyduck also pitting from those softs is gonna go on the two stop here. Likely gonna go on the mediums.
Medium.
Yeah, boy, put on those mediums. They are very good. Very good tire. But they're very far away here. This group of Marco, Pactini, Vanna, and Psyduck, they're far away from the last points position held by, rather from the other points position held by Nico, as Dennis is 10 seconds away almost from P11. Meanwhile, Harry Nance and Team Alders keep doing their game, just chugging along as a two-man DRS train and having a very comfortable gap of 10 seconds to Yasin. So I do wonder what we are going to see in the final lap between Tim and Harry as Nico gets another 3-second warning. But it's so Harry has been saying all week he's not pulling another DRS train ever again. He does not want to, be in P1 for the whole race and get overtaken by P2 and get the P2 in the final lap. And I get it, especially after a 100% race. It is frustrating, I'd say, to have that happen. But I do wonder, are they conserving their ERS? Because right now there's no real reason to use their ERS. It's difficult for either of them to pull away from one another. They're on the same tire. You don't want to be P1. You want to be P2, have the DRS, lift before the corners, have the bigger... Oh, Team Alders did not hit that apex, but it is fine. Felt like he lost the car a little bit under braking. Now Harry has pulled away a little bit, but not enough to break from the DRS. But yeah, you don't... It's ironic, you don't want to be P1, you want to conserve your battery. So yeah. Also, one thing that I can see is that Harry has less energy, has less battery than Tim Alders. Maybe we are going to see a repeat of Abu Dhabi of the previous round right here.
Yep, and right now Mick is looking for a move on Red Halo, but with DRS he should have no issue with that. And braking part right now, really good recovery from him, and already on the rear of Red Halo as well, and he would probably look to get past Red Halo ASAP and keep following Mick and just gain on maybe even Lewis Cook as well. But from what we can see, the second part before pitting is really separated.
Red Halo going wide and lets him through. That's a correct decision there. And now he's gonna have DRS anyway, so that's something that's a booster that helps him. But he's gonna be out of DRS by the next time they go through this DRS trait. How many times can you say DRS in a sentence without sounding like ass?
But
Anyway.
Right now, really, from what we can see, only the two leaders got DRS, and Mick and Breaking Bad. Red Halo still got it now, but how long could he skip in that 1 second of those two with newer tires for is the question. And then from P8 all the way to P10, and that's really it. But also Timmy got DRS as well, but most drivers really separated away because of the pit stop strategy, I'll say, of losing 1 second there and here. But It's
Also
really
the
separated now.
natural, also the natural pace difference between them. After all, it's only natural that these gaps would emerge um, across the field as Harrinens takes P1 once again. But do you want to take P1? You can just, lift a little bit before Maggots and Beckett. Stay away, use the fact that you're on the DRS, recharge. Otherwise, oh,
Oh, this
meanwhile, Simon,
contact.
yeah, Simon spun with contact with minions. Doesn't feel like it was minions' fault there. He was on the outside and felt like Simon went against him. These two have been close to one another for the whole race, but meanwhile, Red Halo dives into the pits away from the thoughts and he
Again.
goes another set of thoughts.
It would work now, I think. I mean, it's just 12 laps to go.
Yeah, but where is he coming out?
He would be in front of Marco. No, he would be behind and hopefully be in front of Team Meatful, but
He's not. He's gonna be behind Meek and Todd.
Or it would be closer, in fact.
It's gonna be close. He's ahead. He's ahead.
But he don't have DRS for it and gave Team Meek it, I think.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he lost it, but he just needs to use some of his batteries, stay ahead after this DRS straight, and then drive into the distance with those fresh thoughts against 10 lap old mediums and 13 lap old hards. Yeah, he stays ahead and he's already broken the DRS.
Yep.
Not even breaking a sweat here.
And he's gaining quite a bit already on Marco. 3/10 gained from 4 seconds now. Going into to 3.8 now. He is really gaining a lot on those softs. So
yeah,
it would be looking for points for Red Halo here, but
yeah, he can be looking at P11 maybe. I find it doubtful. Maybe even P10, but I find it awful. Meanwhile, speaking of P11, Simon diving into the pits on 10 lap old mediums.
Oh, he's retiring. Why?
Why? There's still all the race to go on, lad. All the race.
In the point retiring, why? And he doesn't have penalty as well, did he?
No, he does not. He does not. That is.
He could be up to P10 or something like that as well.
Yeah, I have no idea.
But I guess Red Halo now will take that 3 position for the point, last place for the point, then I guess.
Oh, okay. Ryan is saying that he disconnected and the game DNF'd him.
Right.
Well, that is
unfortunate, really.
That's unfortunate, but it's very weird timing anyway. Also, further ahead, Breaking Bad is starting to drop a little bit away from Mick. Now he has the DRS, so he's closing in, of course. But those mediums are hitting the cliff, and for a couple of laps here, Mick has a massive tire advantage in terms of grip. And you can see it here, just in the final 3 turns, Mick pulled away like a half a second gap bigger to Breaking Bad, but Breaking Bad is using ERS to stay in the DRS of Mick, so he's gonna have DRS now, but those minions are not it at the current moment.
But right now, minions and Urinals really close to each other, and a bit of a wiggle on the exit there for losing him a bit of time. They were looking really close to each other into the last corner, or even the whole last sector, as Urinal just following minions the whole way without penalty as well, so he would gain that 1 position of minions as well.
It isn't likely that Originals will get anything more than a P7 here, so there's really no point to fighting minions too much and risk a collision and a spin or damage, or even worse, a DNF. So I think it's just gonna stick with minions, enjoy the DRS, and claim a very easy P7. We'll see. Or is he going to overtake? Nah, he's lifting. He knows what he's doing. He's chilling.
Oh,
Ooh,
we
a
have
little bit of a
moment there
wiggle
for-
again.
Well, right now, from what I can see, Red Halo's pace currently looking like he could even get the position of his teammate as well, as he already passed Marco with no problem at all just then.
Yeah, those salts are gonna be faster than the medians until the end of the race. There's 10 laps left at the current point. Those salts are always gonna be faster. Now, are they 7/10 faster on average across 10 laps? That remains to be seen, but it's likely. I think he can do it. Even the DRS gap, the DRS strains, the little ones that we have are not, they're just staying as they are. Oh, there's a yellow in sector 1.
Bin, which is, I think, Xana's spawn on
Xana?
his own, or maybe
Yeah.
But I do.
Nah, he was alone. He was alone. It wasn't contact. Now he has Cytec relatively close to him on fresher set of mediums compared to his two lap holder.
Penalty.
What is the penalty status right now? That's something we haven't. Oh my God, Timik, 12 seconds of penalties. What are track limits even?
And he dives into the pit, probably retiring now. Yeah.
Yeah, retiring with the 5 second here. Suboptimal race from him considering the status. Meanwhile, also the other Merc also getting 3 seconds of time penalties, accruing it to 9 as he goes on and passes Xana, was off track, ghosted in the straight after, in the old Angar straight rather.
Xana in the pit now could be retiring as well, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
So 14 driver left now.
Yeah, but do remember, okay, so Simon had his fuel issues that I'd mentioned earlier. Does anyone else look like they're running out of fuel? Minions is likely is on +1 lap. I can see the Williams. I can see the Williams of Eurogenos, but I think he's in the clear. Yeah, he's in the clear.
He is. Oh, Xana.
Dennis is in a bit of a spotty situation, but he has enough of a gap to his teammate, and he also has the 3 second penalty, which his teammate should clear by the end of the race, I assume. He has +0.2, so it is doable, but it's gonna require some lift and coast. But Red Halo is in a similar situation, so Marco also with a little bit less fuel than everyone else, but he should make it to the end of the race. Pack, though, Pack is in a precarious situation. He's nearly flat, I think, in fuel. No, never mind. That's an 8, not a 0.
Yeah,
Cytec is the one in trouble. Maybe.
No, I think it's not 0.
Yeah, I think it is.
8.9 laps left, so yeah, he is a bit on the line right now, I think.
Yeah.
With the leaders coming to him as well, he would like to push, but he needs to look carefully on that fuel as well.
Yeah. So Eugenio's still in the DRS of minions, just chilling, as we said earlier. No moves being made. This has calmed down a lot.
Mainly,
Oh,
Marco's a big, I wouldn't say loser, as it's a bit fortunate, but losing 11th position overall, and other than him, Dennis and Mick are the only other two drivers to lose position. Red Halo staying where he started, not the thing he was hoping for, but not the worst case, and other drivers all gained position.
yeah, also with the 60 NS we've had so far, I really feel that number is going to increase later on. Pardon me. That number is going to increase later on in the final 2 laps as people just throw in the towel as well. So because Psyduck is 25 seconds away from Pak. Pak can just almost pit for new softs and do the fastest lap and still come out ahead of Psyduck. But we'll see.
I think
How
Nick
that
is
goes.
closing into Lewis right now as well.
Oh,
Slowly but surely.
Yeah, Dan is getting another 3-second time penalty. He's going into the pit and
Retiring
DNFing.
again.
Why? You would get P11. That's 4 points with the double point. So I know you're not winning. That would be the ideal, but still, any point's a point. We saw that recently in Tier 3 last season, where the championship was decided by a single point, and after the race in the stewards room with a track limit penalty removal. So everything counts.
I think Psyduck will be very annoyed here as he will be 1 place off the points right now, but I
At
don't
this rate,
think-
someone,
unless someone retires as well, but I don't think anyone will retire now from this point, so it would need some miracle to get into the point now, which would be 2 points as well.
you never know. Someone could bin it. Bin it like Benham. But yeah, not ideal race here.
I think
He
the
wasn't
softs are
looking
dropping-
forward to this.
Softs are
anyway.
dropping off now, I think. So the
Oh, they-
last few laps, will be, obviously we will see people fighting for different positions, but
Yeah,
Also-
that fight for P3 is gonna
yeah,
be
but
hot.
also the softs dropping off will also could make high chance of people making mistake, staying back instead of going for wild moves, but we would see within the next 5 and a quarter lap-ish, I would say.
And we'll see. Also, the top runners are all median, so we don't really have this
Pat pitted.
game of catch-up. Pak is spitting.
Miracle has hit on Psyduck.
But he's spitting on the sauce, so
What
Psyduck is gonna get
I don't think
overtaken.
s-
Even if Psyduck is ahead, and he will be, it's clear now.
Yeah.
Pack is just gonna pass him like it's unless he gets lapped. If he gets lapped, that would be horrendous for Pack, I'd say. But he's not.
He
He's,
doesn't, and Psyduck
Yeah,
with
he's
9-second penalty as well, with Pat having 3. So Pat doesn't even need to overtake Psyduck, just need to stay in that 6 second, which of course on those fresh new slots he could go for the fastest lap plus if no
Yeah, but-
problem at all to stay in that 6 second, I think.
Also, important thing to note here, we're gonna have one hell of a final lap shootout between Tim and Harry. It's gonna come down to who has maintained, who has nursed those tires the best, because both are at full ERS. It's gonna be pure skill, or is it gonna be about DRS and track position? Sometimes it may be difficult to overtake on the hangar straight, but on the first DRS straight, it's not so difficult to overtake under DRS. But I don't know. This could be a very tight fight between the two. We'll see. Harry Nuns taking the lead. You can see just how advantageous it has been for them to not fight one another, just trade the DRS throughout the lap, and they have pulled
Mick
away.
goes past Lewis as well, and breaking bad after following Mick for loads of lap, actually caught up to Lewis as well, and the three of them are really close to each other, and it's surprising how Mick actually overtakes Lewis instead of staying behind until lap 52 maybe, I'll say.
Yeah, I don't think that Breaking Bad also has the penalties. Meanwhile, Mick and Lewis do not have anything. So the best you can hope for right now, barring any penalties for Mick and Lewis, is a P6, which is, I mean, far from ideal. Considering he won the first race, so he definitely has the ability to be in the podium. But it salvages a very difficult situation, the very difficult situation he was in by the end of the first few corners. Meanwhile, Pack is calling back. That gap between him and Sidek has evaporated almost. Like just on these 2-3 corners by the end of the lap here, Pack has basically halved the 1 second gap to 5 tenths, and still gaining and gaining and gaining, and this is going to be an easy DRS in the coming DRS straight here.
Well, now with DRS open now, maybe, yeah, DRS open now, but he's not going
Not
for
bad.
the move. Maybe he just
Yeah.
fell and
Almost
hit the rear of Sider, but I think Pac just staying safe here and just gonna follow him Sider past the line, as he knows that he don't really need to overtake with that penalty from Sider.
Yeah, Psyduck at this point has to do the Max Verstappen Jeddah move, which is fuck it, brake test. Just kidding, please do not do that, Psyduck. Oh, the difference in speed through this high speed section is so big. Oh, and Psyduck is flashing as well, and Pac makes the move. It's a very easy move, not much to be done. As Tim Alders takes the lead.
You can also see how Pat just takes off on the exit with that grip on those fresh stuff compared to Sider with...
Yeah, Psyduck with a lot of wheel spin there, almost lost the car. He might have DRS still, but after he's not going to be close enough to make a move, and after the DRS straight, well, Pac is gone, he's flying in comparison. You can see the difference in grip. Psyduck lost 7 tenths in these few corners alone.
Mick also pulled Lewis and Breaking Bad along all the way up to Yasin, which had over like 2 second-ish time over Lewis the whole time. This might not be the best thing Yasin would appreciate from his own teammate, bringing 2 other cars up to the his DRS with 1 lap to go as well.
Yeah, let's see. Meanwhile, we are going to go on the final lap in a second, as we see Tim Alders and Harry Nunn navigating through the high-speed section of Sector 2. They're now on the old hangar straight. They're coming up on Stowe, and Harry Nuns is not making the move. He knows he does not want once again to be the one leading the final lap and possibly get overtaken. He's just staying behind, biding his time, and here we go. The final lap is on. DR energy batteries full. Who is going to win?
Both of them with old soft tires and full battery as well, both of them. So this is just a question of who's actually got the slightly better tire and will get the traction of better. As for the first DRS, Harry opened his rear wing, but of course I don't think he will make a move until the second DRS. As we said, he stays behind for now, but second part as well, Yasin leading the DRS train, Mick, Lewis, braking pad, all have DRS open now, but same with Harry, everyone stays behind all of them, and Lewis almost running right into Mick's rear.
Yeah.
As Yasin obviously will try to back everyone off.
Harry and Tim going very wide there through Cobb. They both went wide. Harry went wider, and they're now navigating through the chapel, and now DRS open. Let's see what is going to happen. Who is going to take the top step of the podium? Tim trying to defend, but there's no way he can
Harry
defend.
gets through with all the battery now, using every bit of battery.
Tim going to dive,
but he stays behind, keeping the respect, and Harry will take the win in his home race, Silverstone, for Tier 1 British Grand Prix.
Yeah, Harry Nunn wins, followed by Tim Alders. Who is going to take P3? P3 will be mixed, followed by Yasin. Both using their teamwork very well to keep Lewis Cook at bay. Mick, then Yasin, then Lewis Cook, then Breaking Bad.
You ever know, Minions late braking, could look for a switch right now, can Minions go through? But the tire's just a bit too old for it, and he takes P8 with Nico taking P9.
Yeah, he does. Nico takes P10 after penalties, Red Halo taking P9, and then on the final points positions, we are likely going to see Marco Di Buono. I can't speak Italian. He's heading to purple sector 2. Is he trying to go for fastest lap? Oh, he is. He's on fresh sauce. We completely missed that. He's gonna set the fastest lap here and salvage a little bit of the situation, although it is not much because of the double points. So, and coming across the final corner, he is going to set the fastest lap likely. It is
6-4.
Yeah, that was a very good fastest lap, and then comes Pack finishing the points position, and then our poor little owner Psyduck who is on the fuel.
Did he leave already, I think?
Yeah. No, he's on the fuel. He's on the fuel. It was going so slow.
He did tell me he's going for my strategy, and it seems the same result. And Red Halo takes driver of the day.
Yeah. Honestly, I would have said that Breaking Bad would be driver of the day because it was P20 by turn 2 of the first lap.
Yep.
And then still salvages at P6, which is a very good result in my opinion. Whew. But yeah.
What a last
very
lap
good race
compared to the whole race, really.
Yeah, all the excitement was left for this final lap here. So, results here, we see Harry Nance as our winner, second win in a row, maybe, I believe. Not completely sure. Followed by Tim Alders and Mick completing the podium. Then Yasin with completing a very good result for Alpine with a P3 and P4. Then we have Lewis Cook bringing home valuable points for Red Bull. Then Breaking Bad, Eurigenos, Minions, Red Halo, Nico Vianney, and Marco Di Buono, who salvages some points in a very unlucky race here, having started from pole. Then we have Pack and Psyduck completing the race. Then Club DNF is Dennis, Zana, Timik, Simon, Last Paper, Furzies, and Spaceport. Psyduck is the only one who finishes the